Good morning, all of you. Let us start a new chapter today. The Mughal Empire. The end of the Delhi Sultanate in the Battle of Panipat saw the rise of a dynasty which was to rule from 1526 till the revolt of 1857. Though the real power of this dynasty began to decline after 1707 with the death of its last great emperor Aurangzeb, the Mughals ruled almost over the whole of India and left behind an administration and legacy that lasted even when their rule ended. Who were the Mughals? The Mughals could trace their line to two great rulers of Central Asia. They were the descendants of Genghis Khan from their mother's side. Genghis Khan was the ruler of Mongol tribe in China and Central Asia, and they were the successors of Timur from their father's side. Timur ruled over Iran, Iraq, and modern day Turkey. The Mughals were proud of their Timurid ancestry. As he had captured Delhi in 1398, they did not like to be associated with Genghis Khan because Genghis Khan was associated with massacre of thousands of people. After breakup of the Delhi Sultanate, India presented a picture of total political and social disunity. Babur was invited to India by Daulat Khan Lodi and Rana Sanga, the ruler of Mewar, to end the rule of the Lodi dynasty. Both of them thought that Babur, after defeating Lodis, would return to Central Asia, leaving North India under their control. But what Babur did, let us see. Babur defeated Ibrahim Lodi at the First Battle of Panipat in AD 1526. After this victory, he decided to stay back in India. He occupied Delhi and Agra. This angered Rana Sanga and many Afghan nobles because previously they thought that Babur will return back to his own country. They led a large army against Babur. In AD 1527, Babur defeated Rana Sanga in the Battle of Khanwa. Next year, in AD 1528, he defeated the Rajputs at Chanderi, and he also defeated the Afghan nobles in the Battle of Ghagra in AD 1529. Later, he conquered Gwalior, Dholpur, and other places. He became the ruler of Punjab, Delhi, and Ganga plains and Bengal. Babur was the founder of Mughal Empire in India. He was an accomplished poet and a writer. He His autobiography is called Tuzuke Babri or Baburnama, in which Babur has described the physical features, climate, flora, fauna, and culture of India. So, his autobiography, Tuzuke Babri, is a good source of information about medieval India or about Babur. Now, Humayun. Babur was succeeded by his eldest son, Humayun. His other sons were each given a province from the beginning of his reign. Humayun faced many problems. His brothers Kamran, Hindal, Askari were dissatisfied with the territories they had been given. Ambitions of Kamran weakened Humayun's cause against Afghan competitors. Bahadur Shah, the ruler of Gujarat, was threatened Delhi. In eastern India, Sher Shah, an ambitious Afghan ruler, had become very powerful and posed a threat to Delhi. So you can see that there were various enemies of Humayun. He was surrounded by many enemies. His own brothers were also against him. The rivalry between Humayun and Sher Shah started in AD 1532. Humayun defeated Sher Shah's army and captured the fort of Chunar. Humayun proceeded to Gujarat to crush the rebellion of Bahadur Shah. While Humayun was occupied with Gujarat, Sher Shah regrouped his forces and defeated Humayun at Chausa in AD 1539. A year later, Sher Shah again defeated Humayun in the Battle of Kannauj in AD 1540. So, Humayun was defeated by Sher Shah Suri and he had to fled to Persia. Nowadays it is known as Iran, for saving his life. You can see here the picture of Humayun's tomb in Delhi. Nowadays also you can see this tomb. So, for saving his life, Humayun escaped to Persia, where the Shah of Persia gave him refuge or shelter. In AD 1555, Humayun returned to India when he heard the news of Sher Shah's death and regained the territories which he had lost. He died in 1556 in an accident and was succeeded by his son Akbar. But before reading Akbar, let us know about Sher Shah. Sher Shah was the son of an Afghan Jagirdar. His name was Farid Khan. He was given the title of Sher after he killed a tiger. Sher Shah conquered a number of Rajput states. He extended his empire from Jhelum in the west to Brahmaputra in the east and from the Himalayas in the north to Malwa in the south. So the whole North India up to Madhya Pradesh came under his empire. He defeated Humayun at Chausa and Kannauj and occupied Delhi. Unfortunately, he ruled for a very short time because he died in AD 1545 and was buried at Sasaram. You can see here the tomb of Sher Shah. It is in Sasaram, Bihar. It is a very beautiful monument built by Sher Shah Suri himself, and it is situated in the middle of a pond. Now let us know about Akbar. Akbar was only 13 years old when he ascended the throne. Bairam Khan was appointed as his regent, means his caretaker, because he was only 13 years old boy and he was not an adult. So Bairam Khan was appointed his regent or caretaker, and in his behalf he was ruling. Taking advantage of Akbar's young age, Hemchandra alias Hemu, a trusted minister of Adil Shah, occupied Agra and marched towards Delhi. Bairam Khan also marched towards Delhi. The two armies met in Panipat on November 5, 1556, and the Second Battle of Panipat took place. In this battle, Hemu was defeated and killed by Bairam Khan. So about Akbar, we will study in the next class. For today, this is enough. Thank you. Have a good day.